Hi everyone. So I'm Dominique from Dropsolid. I've been involved in Drupal community for 17 years now, and in the Mautic community for 6 years. I'm also part of the Mautic Council, which is the non-profit governance structure behind Mautic, the open source marketing automation platform. And I hope today to shine a bit more light on concepts that you already heard today, like Open DXP. Taco shared his vision about Open CXP, and hopefully we can learn how this fits into this broader vision. And we'll also dive a little bit deeper into marketing automation, open source marketing automation with Mautic. And explore the features and give some inspiration for you in the future how you could adapt it on the community experience. So first, what is a DXP, an open DXP? Is it a new way to market CMS? We know content management system, websites. Is it something new the marketers have invented to sell old wine in new bags? It is something significantly different. The term has been coined by Gartner back in 2018 already, so that's 6 years. And what is the biggest difference? It's really putting the user-centric by collecting data and using that data to improve the user experience. If I saw the presentations this morning, one of the biggest issues was creating user engagement. And the second biggest, if I am correctly, was operational efficiency, like doing more with a small team. This actually solves it, because by collecting data, and what you're seeing now is a very simplified architectural diagram, so it can be a little bit technical, but bear with me, of what an open DXP looks like. So on the top you have the experience layer, where you have all your different channels you are reaching out to your customers, which in the DXP Dropsolid is delivering its Drupal, similarity with Open Social, of course, which is also Drupal based. And it's connecting with a marketing automation platform on the data level. So the data and the content level, they integrate with each other, using the data to provide a better experience. There's a final component. We won't go too deep in that in this lightning talk, but Bram also mentioned it this morning, the customer data platform, collecting data from the customer, which will be usable by other systems to personalize the experience, not only on the platform, on the website, in every system, but also in the emails. And then, of course, AI. Everybody by now knows that AI requires data to function correctly. Having this data, this user behavior data, and also potentially enriched with data from other sources, CRM systems, ERP systems, this will actually allow you to build what used to be complex digital experience really targeted to a single user. I've heard several examples where, okay, we have hundreds of taxonomy categories, many groups, subgroups, subgroups. Well, these tools will allow you to hone into these users much more easier. And so they'll have to search less and discover more. Now, we'll dive a little bit deeper into Mautic, because I believe, and Taco also believes this, and I discussed this with Bram as well, marketing automation, community automation is a logical step once you have the content management in place. Why is that? Because it has tangible result. It directly translates in operational efficiency. So you can make a business case very easily, stating that your team can do more with less. But let's look at what Mautic has. What is it? So Basically, it's an open source marketing automation community. Is the biggest one in the world. It basically automates business processes on a marketing level, but also on a communication level. It's driven by a community, and you would immediately recognize a couple of companies that are also heavily contributing in the Drupal space. They're also contributing in the Mautic space. So the company I'm representing, Dropsolid, is also in the top contributors on this product. I think Open Social is a lot smarter than Dropsolid because they're only getting to Mautic right now and deliver it on their platform, because we had to go through a lot of trouble in the last 6 years to get it to a higher level. But that's good news for you, because you can also benefit from all that community work. And last year, Mautic had a kind of an inflection point where we saw that the number of installs doubled. So it actually took like 8 years to get to 20,000 installs, and now we're at 40,000 installs. So it seems that the market is ready for open source marketing automation. A lot of organizations are getting ready, so I'm pretty excited about this. And in the Mautic Council, we're also looking at, okay, what is next? How can we bring the next growth wave about? We believe it's mainly in UX and positioning the product in the right place, but it will also increase the number of features in the future as well. And this will, if the adoption can easily, I think, double a couple of times more. There's so much potential for a lot of organizations for open source marketing automation. And we see it also applied here in the CX context, in the community experience context. So that makes me very excited. The involvement of my company is on the council. We also deliver the product lead of the product to the community. So deciding what are the new features, and we're also providing the free trial infrastructure. So if you want to give it like the community edition, a basic spin, like see how it looks like, you can just go to mautic.org and download it. Then, what's under the hood? So now I'm talking about the community edition. Once Mautic will be integrated in the community experience product, okay, the added value will be that it's really targeted to this business case. Here we're going to look at the community edition. So, first of all, contact management. Someone's on a website, surfing, anonymous. At a certain point, he subscribes to a newsletter, downloads something, gives an email address, the whole history becomes visible. Everything this user has done before becomes visible and accessible by the system. Audience segmentation. Once you have this data, you can build segments. Segments on the behavior, things they've clicked on, emails, downloads, whatever. Even the next feature, lead scoring and nurturing, giving points, dividing users in certain categories based on this behavior, and the email builder. So just like you know in Drupal where you have the layout builder where you can drag and drop build pages, same principle is in the community edition to drag and drop build emails based on templates. Analytics comes with a reporting suite, even a query builder, if you're a bit more technical. It's also part of the community edition. And then the feature I think I'm most excited about, and where community building will have the most benefit from, is multi-step campaign builders. So Taco also touched this very briefly this morning, but you can really build like complex workflows for any decision tree that you want your user to make, and follow up with the right emails, and really engage the users towards certain goals that you want to have them achieve. And then, of course, we need a form builder to place forms on the website to capture data from the user, and a preference center to configure the GDPR laws, like so you are sure that your user is being treated fully compliant and can also add his preferences, because as we seen with a lot of marketing automation projects, getting too much emails is also really bad. So getting that right is really crucial to do it. And it's in a community context, it will be a specific use case to get it right, to the right level of emails. And then embed in the website. The good news is for Drupal, there's already 2 integration modules that has just been provided by the community, which we also contributed to. There's a basic integration and there's an advanced integration, depending on how much data you want to expose from Mautic to Drupal. So that's really handy. So to come back, this is the most simple form of a DXP. If you apply this context to the community experience, you have a CXP, which is the new product category invented by Open Social. And I would add even more, it's an open CXP, because you own the data of your community, which I think is very important. It's also composable. So what does composable mean? All the subsystems are interchangeable. If you already have a marketing automation platform, yeah, you can use that. If you already have a CDP, a lot of organizations already have a CDP. Same with business intelligence, analytic tools. And inside each application, I would also argue that platforms like Drupal and Mautic, they're also composable. Like their plugin system, their module system, it's composability. They're sometimes being depicted as being a monolith, but I don't think it's true, because it really has a module system. Okay, it's centrally managed, but it also has value, because if you have to do it all yourself, yeah, it's extra overhead which you don't want. So I think the OpenDXP with Drupal and Mautic strikes the right balance of composability versus going completely microservice. And then, of course, you have personalization. All this data, this segmented data, you can use it in your emails. You can send different emails to different stakeholders, different segments. If you integrate it with the CDP, you can even introduce other data sources into the golden customer record and expose this in Mautic as well. And visualize it in your tools, as easy as sending a custom dimension to your favorite analytics tool. You also will have segmented data based on the segments that you like to engage. So I know maybe less KPIs, but now you will have more KPIs, but they will prove that you're engaging the right audiences, maybe satisfying certain persons in the organization who say like, okay, that's great, but I still want my data because someone else is asking. With segmented data, you'll be able to satisfy this answer a lot more. I have 2 really small cases. Don't want to go too far, but a couple of things like we're working on is the Flemish government, the Office of Tourism. This use case is where we even have a multi-tenant version of Mautic. So they're distributing a Mautic instance to every country where we want to have tourists to come over to Flanders. So, and they manage it centrally, also manage central campaign building and automations and share it with the entire network. So that's for organizations who have a lot of subsidiaries. that is working really well, creating a lot of operational efficiency across the whole network of organizations. And then another small case is this company is sending 7,000 different daily emails based on a lot of different categories in agriculture. It's fully integrated with Drupal. So it's full automatic. It's just capturing the behavior from the Drupal site, and also the content in the Drupal site is automatically generating emails from the Drupal site, combining with the preferences of the user. So everyone gets a personalized email automatically. What's the result? Double engagement rate. So like your normal engagement rate is like click open of an email is like 20%. If you personalize across the board, we see it more often than not, you can get double engagement rates. So you're spending already a lot of money on community experience. Yeah, if you can do the same effort but have double engagement rate, I think it would be worth a lot to look into Mautic applied on community experience. Can try it out to get an idea. If you want to try it out all together, you can also get an idea. But I want to focus more on the business value to wrap it up. Like if we look at the OpenDXP where all the pieces are coming together, because each piece has value of its own. But once it comes together, it's opportunity to personalize certain pages or certain sections toward it. So what does this? Like the first thing, and if you have to build a business case for your stakeholders, operational efficiencies is definitely the most easy one, because there you can prove like, okay, we are freeing up resources which can do other important things. So that's worth a lot. Reduced acquisition costs. In some organizations, you really have to acquire community members into the platform. So reducing that acquisition cost, increasing customer and community engagement and the satisfaction, I think is the third one. They're a little bit more difficult to prove. And of course, the customer lifetime value, that's the holy grail if you can prove this over the years, but that's a difficult one because most of the time, maybe they stay for 10 years, so it takes a while until you get like really accurate data on this one. And then of course, you can bring new concepts faster to market, get more feedback and get more data-driven insights from your community as well. So that's maybe the priority list. And these communities, they really strengthen each other, and that's what I'm really passionate about, is spreading the word about Mautic and about Drupal, and also transcending individual communities, because these communities like Drupal and Mautic, if they join up together, they can become also more than the sum of their parts. And I'm really glad that Open Social is also joining this journey and is also has the intention to contribute to Mautic as they do with Drupal. So I'm really excited about the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any questions?
Hi. The potential is astonishing. But I had a question for you, and also I guess for Open Social too. In terms of moving this out into a platform like Open Social and so on, what would be a good rollout strategy for you guys that would bring us along with you and not overstep the bounds? So that's a not well thought out question, but I think it's going to be important that we come with you in this journey. Thinking that through, don't just assume it's going to be great and put it on the platform. That would be my question more. How you see that?
like we go a little bit more broad in the market, like so we have really different use cases from government to healthcare to and we even have shared customers, like for example John from EASA is on Open Social, but also working with his colleague Yannick on the website of EASA. The best thing, I think, is to get marketing automation experts in the process, because the value is being generated only half by the technology. The other half is being generated by the way the system is configured, like what are the best campaigns for your community. And I don't know the roadmap in too much detail, so maybe Taco can answer that question. But I would assume that Open Social would invest in campaigns, default campaigns, like out-of-the-box functionality, which they see appearing across different communities, which you guys can reuse and just get within the SaaS subscription.
So just a thought would be to sandbox it so we can all get our hands on it. That would be really important for Open Social, to sandbox this. So we can play in a test environment, I think, so we can come with you. Because I think we all want to go with you as fast as we can. But remember, my customers are government officials in Zambia. So it's not somebody buying washing powder. So I need to make sure I go at the speed that guy's prepared to go. So I would suggest just sandboxing it for us as quickly as possible.
That's probably towards Taco. Sandbox it.
Thank you. Do you have any user case already for donors and individual giving?
I have to think. Yeah, we have the it's not per se donors, but subscribing new users to the membership organization, where they have to pay for the subscription. So yeah, we have the Union of the Farmers in Belgium. They're actually doing it and they're using the CDP as well to collect personalized data and personalize the website. Yeah, of course, if you're fundraising and you're fundraising from specific target audiences, yeah, it will also increase your conversion rates if you make it more personalized. So yeah, probably be able to build a business case on that.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you for the presentation. It was really, really inspiring and looks good for the future. But I have a question. So beyond campaign, a campaign by definition, it is the marketing manager, let's say, doesn't exist for a community, but okay, you get my point. That is defining indeed the campaign, the type of users or members that you would like to get, and so on and so on. But what about reversing this? Could we imagine that community members could say, not only I would like to get the newsletter, but I would like to get notification, very personalized based on what I will write, and to combine AI on this. So basically, it's not the community manager who is defining the campaigns, but the members themselves, that are defining the campaign, the personalized campaign that they would. I don't know if it makes sense and if it could be possible.
Yeah, that was actually, I maybe went too quickly over it, but that was actually what we did in the second case. I featured that the user can give his preferences and it will also take care of that. There's no AI involved, so that could be an even another layer to rewrite the email even more. But it does take content from the website, from the categories in the preferences and on the behavior data, and composes the email and sends it to the user, which the result was double open rates because it's personalized. Yeah.